Look, I watched on Netflix the Sean Combs documentary, P. Diddy. I was living in this awareness for many years, but I was a child as well. And I watched P. Diddy at that time as a huge celebrity, artist, producer, moneymaker, etc. What I am about to say is my personal reflection, and after watching a documentary about this guy, someone whose career many of us followed because of his impact, his huge impact in the celebrity, movie, artistic world for over 20 years. As a child, I saw him as a symbol of success, creating something from nothing, creating money from nothing, yeah? Music, marketing, etc. Today, I'm not in shock anymore, because I was living, like I said, in awareness for many years that this guy is tremendously traumatized. And I must confront facts I would never have believed if they had not been confirmed in a lawsuit and court proceedings. I am talking about Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. They call it different ways. He was calling him as well in different ways. Every 10 years he changed the name. Sometimes people do. But this film is not about him, to be honest with you. It is about the persona. It's about personality, structure he represented, right? The structure. And it is about the psychological mechanism that can emerge in other people's as well. When trauma, power, and lack of any awareness converge in one place. Power, trauma, and lack of awareness in one place, right? This is a film about understanding, not about judging. I do not judge him. It's only about understanding. So, from a psychological perspective, this is not a story of a monster. To be clear, it is a story of a deeply traumatized personality that never developed emotional maturity.
Never
Developed emotional
maturity.
Yet gained enormous power at a very early stage of his life. Early exposure to violence, chaos, and lack of safety, what was shown in the movie, teaches that he, a child, teaches one thing: the world is a threat. The world
Is a threat.
and control over others, over control equals
Survival.
If such experiences are not processed, like we do, meditating, strengthening nervous system, remembering what we are as human beings, not reflection, what we are, then the nervous system remains in a survival mode, right? It is not transforming into that what it's supposed to be. It is stuck in the childhood trauma.
Period.
That empathy does not fully develop. Relationships are not long experienced as mutual. They become, listen, a transaction. Relationships with people become transactions. What I have in return to know, to talk, to be with that person. Now imagine what happens when such a psychological structure meets money, fame, and power.
Boom.
The nervous system cannot sustain power, energy, because it is not prepared. It is in a survival mode. Success does not heal trauma. It amplifies it, like money do. Money amplifies your personality. If you are an asshole, money will create a bigger one. If you are a good person, money amplifies that, and you serve and help others. The difference. Power remove external boundaries. The next problem. He had so much power but no boundaries that he extended them and removed entirely. Money removes consequences because you can buy any attorney for that. And admiration of other people and all the glamour which he had in music business creates a false mirror that says, come on, everything about you is fine. Everything about you is fine. At this point, narcissistic traits begin to dominate, right? So not as a self-love, but as a defense against shame, empathiness, and emotional pain. Once again, shame, emptiness, and emotional
pain.
So other people cease to be experienced, right? As individuals with boundaries. They become roles, resources, and extensions of control. So in that state, accountability is perceived as an attack. It's important to know.
Boundaries
As
betrayal.
and consequences, which he wanted to not have any of that, as injustice. And this was shown in the movie when he was calling the attorneys, saying, I hired so many attorneys, I gave you money, you have resources, why can you not persuade the judge to change the court ruling, right? It was specifically said in the beginning of the movie. So because internally this person is still operating like a child who had to survive at any cost. He didn't care about the justice because he knew he was guilty. He wanted only to bail out from the court ruling. So that is why such patterns can persist for decades, for years. Not because no one suffers, because a lot of people were suffering. It was shown in that series as well. So it was because the system built around power structures, like he was shown, after reward, silence and loyalty instead of truth.
Instead of truth.
Right? So power often rewards silence and loyalty instead of
Truth.
So the closing for that would be for us, me and you as well, that when unresolved trauma meets unchecked power, fame, and success, the result of that is not success, because it is only the delayed collapse. Once again, when unresolved trauma means unchecked power, the result is not success, but a delayed collapse.
A delayed collapse.